Hi, my name is Dami once again, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel where I'll be taking out time to talk to children from broken home like me. My last video was titled Children from Broken Home, We Are Not Mad, and it had all of the reasons in the world why I named it that. However, this video is going to be slightly different. I'm just going to be talking about one thing, and this one thing, I hope that we come together and learn from it. Like, I talk to people like me who come from broken home because over time we have been judged, or should I say misjudged, we have been misinterpreted, we have been stigmatized by the society we find ourselves in. Our background was not fair. The society should please pity us too now. But it has been story upon story upon story. People see us as traumatized kids who cannot make good homes, who cannot make good mothers, who cannot make good fathers. Or people will say things like, make a marry pikin wey mama no stay in papa house, abi make a marry pikin wey no see the way papa treat him mama, all of that. And in their own world, to justify them, they will be right. I mean, they will be right to say, oh, this and that about children from broken home, because the truth is, most times we do suffer that trauma. And some of us don't even know that the things that we do are trauma responses. We just do them. We just find out that we are living our lives a certain way, and we cannot control how we react when people do certain things to us. There are, trauma triggers, trauma responses, and then we tend to make it a way of life and say, it's just me, that's how I am. Sometimes, particularly for children from broken home, that is not how we are. It is just trauma response, and that's what I want to talk about today. Trauma response. Yes. See, I was a child who had trauma, and for the longest time I did not know where I had trauma. I felt it's just normal now, that's just a way to live, and all of that and all of this. One of the biggest trauma issue I had was anger. I told you about marking my territory, just being there. I just want to show people that this is my territory, and all of that. Please, before I continue, do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click that notification bell to get updates about my latest uploads. And channel me, please. Please, in the name of God, I beg. Thank you. So then, to continue, I did not know that my being territorial and having swift anger response was actually a trauma response. I did not know. I didn't know that it wasn't normal to be that angry. I thought it was normal. I mean, this person has offended me now. Should I not be angry like that? But there are levels to these things. Every human being gets angry, but there's a level of anger and a consistency that comes with it that makes you know that you are in trouble. What am I talking about? Whenever you want to know if your anger has moved from normal to abnormal, I want you to check three things. One, the intensity of it. Two, the frequency of it. And thirdly, the consistency that comes with it. When I say the intensity, everybody gets angry, but there's a level of anger where you start, throwing things and punching the wall or punching people or looking for people or things to punch. That level of anger is no longer normal. It is a trauma response. When I talk about the frequency, how often does it happen? How often does it happen? Is it like you get angry every single day, every other day when people talk? Like every single day. In fact, in a day, you can get angry like 62 times. If in a day, you realize that every other person you've spoken to in that day, you've been angry. Like, why are you that angry? Why are you that angry? The frequency at which you get angry with intensity, like kilo shele no. And then the consistency, lastly, is how it comes effortlessly. We've talked about frequency. You'll be like, what's the difference between frequency and consistency? Now, frequency is that level of consistency, having that intensified anger on a consistent note. Like, that's the frequency I'm talking about. Like, it's just there, like it's just constant. And when I talk about the consistency, is it doesn't stop. I know that the frequency is like, oh, maybe in a day you're having it 2, 3 times, 4 times, but then consistency means in a week, in a month, you've been having it 14 times. Like, it's been back to back, it's been consistent with you, and people now see it as a habit. People now judge you with it. People now say, hey, don't go near her, or hey, don't go near him. Or people know it for you that it is a way of life. People already understand that, but she man been on here, or sorry for my non-Yoruba speakers, I mean, and that's how she gets angry, or that's how he gets angry. And this is, it happens both in the males and in the females. The males get angry like that, the females get angry like that. And I think that these are things that God should help us control. Books can help us control, therapy can help us control, counseling can help us control, and people can help us control. Please, God, people, therapy, books, go to the right places. Begin to become very conscious, in your day-to-day activities, your day-to-day conversation and interactions with people. Become very, 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 very conscious. Become very conscious and become intentional about not being angry like that. People around me would testify that over time, that anger intensity and frequency has really, you know has really calmed down. As in, it has really calmed down, because I realized that while you are just seeing it as a way of life, others are looking at you and like, oh, you are becoming someone else, you are looking like a monster, you are becoming unapproachable, and you may just be alone in the times of your life when you really, really need people. You might not find people to help you. Another thing you can do is evaluate your day-to-day activities before you go to bed. Sorry, pardon me. Before you go to bed, evaluate yourself. How was my day like? How many people did I talk to? How many times did I get angry? Who were those are annoyed? Who were those who annoyed me? What are my triggers? Yes, identify your triggers. Identify your triggers. What are those things that get me angry? If you feel like gender talk or marital talk, or if these things get you angry, begin to work on them. Do I need to attend to therapy? Do I need to attend more marriage counseling classes? Do I need to listen to more podcasts about marriage? Please, educational podcasts, not just any our podcast. Pick intense, good, beautiful, God-loving podcast that you can attend and that can help you in the long run to come out of this. I want us to become conscious, because let me tell you something. A hurt person will hurt others. I was a victim. I was hurting virtually all the good people in my life. I was the wrongest person in their lives for the longest time, because I kept bleeding on them. If you don't heal, you're going to bleed on those you should not bleed on. And when you bleed on those you should not bleed on, trust me, it's not going to be a good thing. Because in the time of your life when you will need people, you may not find. You may not find the people that you need in your life for restoration, for backup, to fall back on and say, help me. Please, please. So these reasons, are why I think that we should become conscious, identify our triggers, and evaluate our day-to-day activities. Get out of that trauma response. For me, today I picked anger, and I'm telling you that these things can help you. Also, you can take anger management classes. Learn to relax your nerves. When things happen, don't talk immediately. Just look for a space, walk away, do something apart from reply. Have you heard? I pray that the Lord helps us. I pray that the Spirit of the Lord rests on us. I pray that life and the moments that come with life be kind to us. I pray that in our day-to-day activities in life, God sends us help, and that we get better in the things that we do, and that we find complete healing, so that we do not bleed on others, and so that we do not destroy the beautiful things that God brings our way. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and click the notification bell. Please now. I come back to my channel. I am always here. What am I doing? I am here for you. Thank you very much for joining me today. Until next time, I say God bless you. I love you. Bye.